Rent a Girlfriend is life-changing. I know. Who wants to watch an anime called Rent a Girlfriend? Have I lost my mind? But listen, hear me out, because Rent a Girlfriend is not what you think. It's actually the most underrated anime of 2023, and I'm not joking. Don't worry, if you haven't watched season 1, by the end of this video, you're gonna want to binge the whole series. Shit, you might even want to buy the manga, because you're gonna understand that this anime should be titled something completely different, and also, no spoilers for anything, don't worry. Rent a Girlfriend may seem like the most degenerate anime of all time, but that title is misleading. Rent a Girlfriend is an anime about dreams, ambition, finding yourself, and being a degenerate. But don't worry, I'm basically a used car salesman, and by the end of this video, you're gonna be leaving with the crappiest car in the lot, or anime in the homepage of Crunchyroll. It'd be impossible for me to teach you the ways of Rent a Girlfriend without bringing up the fake main character Kazuya. I'll get into the real one later, but Kazuya is one of the most hated anime characters on the internet. Thousands of angry Twitter users doing what they do, coming up with the most ridiculous backlash you could see, saying he's immature, overdone, and a loser with no depth and purpose. But by my calculations, it's really clear why they're saying that. Kazuya is you. Are you young and have no idea what you want to do with your life? Probably. Are you worried that you're never going to be the person you want to be? Maybe. Do you have a girlfriend? Well, you're watching this, so definitely not. Kazuya is introduced as a kid that got dumped, and because of that, he always got tissues next to his bed, and he has no real direction in life, but seems to want to be somebody without knowing how to get there. But more than wanting to be somebody, he wants a girlfriend, which is how the whole Rent a Girlfriend plot activates in the first place. But for the most part, as the story goes on, you realize he's more embarrassed by himself than anything, and he can't stand the person that he is. But when I touch on season 2, you're gonna see that he becomes a real character to look up to. But before that, you need to understand the real main character of the series, and the one that drives the series forward, the one that keeps you hooked and makes you feel adept and understanding. Chizuru, or the girlfriend being rented. Now, some people like Chizuru for other reasons. Fine God, but in order to understand the concept of what makes Chizuru drive the story, I need to explain the basic premise. Essentially, after Kazuya rents her out for the first time, a bunch of rom-com-y nonsense happens, and they both have to tell their families and friends that they're actually dating, which they're not, and thus Kazuya has to continuously rent her out, otherwise everyone will find out. Which is really messed up when you think about it. She's in a bad situation too. Why does he gotta pay for everything? 2023, man. Also, this is all within the first episode, so I won't spoil any of the other insane plot twists that make Attack on Titan look like a mere kid's book at the expertise and precision of Rent a Girlfriend. And rumor has it the mangaka of Rent a Girlfriend is Oda's mentor, and if he was mentoring Oda right now, I think he would tell you to leave a like, subscribe, and let's get back to it. But Chizuru is someone you're going to relate to almost as much as Kazuya, especially in season 2, because she's a character that you learn has been through some shit and has real ambitions, the goal of becoming an actress, and you realize the juxtaposition of her and Kazuya in their ambitions is what makes the story relatable as well as hook you along. Kazuya is someone with no direction, no path, and is in that loop that so many people are of wanting to be ambitious but with no direction. It's a sad state of life while you're watching the days pass by you, but instead you're left feeling more hollow by the day, as you have no dream or purpose, and without an anchor you float into the abyss of just letting life go by, as all you think about is what you could have been. Chizuru, on the other hand, is a character completely focused on her dreams and ambitions, but it's in the middle of the storm where you either have to commit to it and make it through the other end, or turn back and secure your future. But at the same time, can you really give up on your dreams and your ambitions and live with yourself? But at the same time, the fear of never making it to the other side means you too will be left in the past, but instead just thinking of your failures. And if that sounds too deep, don't worry, it's all played on this mystical violin that is degenerate scene here, over the top scene there, this bitch that is literally Aizen, this girl that is the most annoying character in anime, and this girl that's in the story for some reason, and oh yeah, every female character is a Rent a Girlfriend, and also there's a lot of grandmas, like they're a huge part of the story. But the premise of seeing the two of them support each other while trying to make themselves better is relevant throughout the whole story, and it's gonna connect with you in some way or another. As for me, someone trying to be a YouTuber with 3 channels, yeah, that's what I look like, man. I know. I look like shit. That's why I don't have a girlfriend either, man. Having an anime channel, vlog channel, and a channel in the UFC, I relate to being in that storm and in that fire, especially with the amount of videos I've made and the rut my channel has been in, and the lack of growth. Like, I can't help but wonder if I should be focusing on the end of college. But I remember not too long ago when I was Kazuya, without direction, without purpose, feeling as though I was just a leaf blowing in the wind, without any passion towards anything, and that's what makes a story relatable in general. You can find something to latch onto, as you see the two of them influence themselves yourselves more and more, a really clear realization comes into your mind is the goddamn name. And I mean, seriously, it forces them to introduce more rented girlfriends, and honestly, the whole rented girlfriend part of it doesn't even need to be there. It could be a normal slice of life romance anime like Horimiya. I feel like the name alone makes people not want to watch it because the rent a girlfriend part of it is really only used to transition in new characters or introduce new scenes. I didn't want to watch it at first because I only watch cool anime like shonen. I wasn't about to watch some shit called Rent a Fucking Girlfriend. Like, are you serious? No. I only justified it because I said I was going to watch the first episode to make a video on it. Then the first episode turned into the first season, and then it turned into me watching the whole thing. Shit, I even considered reading it, but I didn't. Don't worry, I didn't go that far. But season 2 is where everything picks up. Like I said, no spoilers, but at this point, Kazuya really becomes the main character that isn't completely at the bottom. Instead, it's Chizuru that's struggling, and you can see their relationship develop through that whole thing. And remember, they're still not technically together, but Kazuya realizes the person he wants to be after being inspired through the actions of Chizuru, which comes really naturally. The progression of scenes throughout the entire anime really gets you from point A to point B, mainly because they do it in a simple manner, but that's appreciated because some anime just jump around and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Especially slice of life anime. They go from point A to point B to all of a sudden, yeah, she's dead, he's heartbroken. It's crazy, but in Rent a Girlfriend, it's all pretty straightforward. And he starts taking action and feels a care towards things that he never did before. But more than that, he's finally moving with a purpose and care, with a real point in his life that makes him never want to go back to where he was before. I think seeing someone go from lifeless and honestly a bit of a loser to someone with purpose in the story will inspire you in one way or other. But there is a really weird issue that has come from this. So naturally, right, I don't think a lot of us here are the most perfect human beings out there, but a lot of people out there are relating really heavily to Kazuya, except it's almost this weird thing where people are living vicariously through him, which is, you know, strange. Maybe because the only way me or anyone watching this is gonna get a girlfriend is if we rent one. But anyways, I think it's a testament to how good a job they're doing of making him seem like a 20-year-old kid that is honestly a lot like their audience in a good sense. Rent a Girlfriend has some really good slice of life scenes also, from drinking with your friends to hanging out to being unsure of what to do. It does a really good job of capturing that feeling of being in college and just a young adult in general. And honestly, it's an anime that's impossible to not like. I find it really hard to believe that if you watch Rent a Girlfriend that you would feel like you wasted your time, considering the fact you get so much more out of it than you originally expect. Now, although there's some annoying characters, like really annoying character archetypes that are all too common in anime, Rent a Girlfriend is an anime that will reinvigorate your ambitions, help you find yourself, and also show that any moment you can pick up and change your life while showing you the harsh reality of doing so. It's not shy to make jokes, but it tells a compelling narrative that will touch your soul in a way that not a lot of anime do nowadays, making it an experience that's worthwhile. So barring the title, barring all the expectations, it's an anime about dreams, and I guarantee you will watch this and you will feel that motivation to get up and change your life, to be better, to be someone that you want to be. Give it a watch, and if you want to watch a video on my initial reaction as soon as I finished it, watch this one. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, and don't forget, we're just getting started, we're gonna stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next video.